Leeds United made the most of their second chance in the European Cup against Stuttgart, the team they say has more foreign reserves than the Bank of England. Leeds won 2-1 in Barcelona in front of a tiny crowd. Their hero was Shutt. He scored the winner less than a minute after coming on as a substitute, and tomorrow's his birthday.
What about now?
What about now? Can you hear us now? Can you hear us now? Put your hand up if you can hear us now. You in the cheap seats at the back. Anyone?
Darren Bradley has sound. Might just be him though.
Darren Bradley's got sound. Darren, can you hear us? Yes, we're in. A scheme of yeses. Right. Good evening and welcome to episode complete fuck up 500 and whatever.
Camel
anyway,
Spider 2.0.
Jesus Christ! Somebody's saying turn it down now. Can't please people. Right. So, just to give you a bit of an idea of what's occurred. So we're all set, ready to go in our new secret studio that you can just about see. Code for someone's house. Yeah. And we were all ready to go, and then Ben, this guy here, stood up and knocked something. And now we've got this coming through one of the speakers. Oh. And we've had that for the best part of 45 minutes. So we're a little bit late. Do really, really apologise that we're late to this event. And sorry if you're trying to watch on Facebook. We've managed to make a complete mess of that stream as well. So needless to say, we finally made it. We will be continuing a show, but it's just been a little bit... ad hoc, I think is the phrase. Ad hoc. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to episode 153. As you can see, me and Ben are having to microphone share because mine's knackered. But we're joined by Mike. Hi, Mike. How are you?
How do you think I am?
Stressed, I would imagine.
A little bit stressed, but no worry now.
If I had hair, I would have pulled it out.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't pull it out.
There were a comment about that.
Yeah, I'm sure there were. There were a lot of wise-ass comments coming through just as we were struggling to get any form of technology working. Anyway, we're live on just the YouTube at the moment, so if you've got any comments, please get them in. Please don't mock us for being half an hour late, but we're trying. So episode 154, lads, midway through pre-season. It's nice to have football back in it.
Yes. God, I've missed it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, what can you say? I mean... Yeah, it's just incredible to be back. The Euros was nice for some, not so nice for others, myself included.
Yeah, how did your Scottish roots fare in the Euros, Mike?
Oh, I'm fully English now,
Yeah, obviously.
Left that in the Highlands. Just seeing Bielsa back, seeing his transfer market dealings coming and going, rumours. Yeah, you can't beat the Leeds. Rumours
were that this particular podcasting equipment we bought is the best in the business.
Yeah.
And it's just contributed to kick us up the arse. But anyway, by the by. Ben, me and you travelled to Blackburn last week, not together. Yeah. We saw each other, didn't we, at the game? We gave a little cordial wave.
We had like a little triangle, didn't we?
Yeah.
There were me, you, and then
Angus Kinnear and James Mooney, in the away end. Mate, what would it like to be back on your away travels? It would have been strange,
being back in the stadium. And I've been out in last week or so, but I went out to town with my mates and what have you, and all of it just sounds it just felt weird.
Yeah. There were a kid sat in front of me in the stadium. I hope this kid's not listening, but I did actually think, I don't think this kid's been following any COVID regulations whatsoever.
Oh, yeah.
Please do not pass him close to me because I feel like he's riddled, is what my concern was.
And It was just a seat behind my mate, and
Yeah.
my mate was like, he's doing me a
He's riddled, he's absolutely riddled. Mixed bag in pre-season, as it normally is under Bielsa, because we know that they'll have done 15 sessions prior to any form of a game. Do we really care that much about what the results say, Mike and Ben?
Yeah, I kind of do, now. Before, like, when we were playing Southend and Oxford and all that, it was like, yeah, we drew against Southend or whatever. Like, I'm not that fussed, but now, I kind of want to win these games.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's just momentum of last season that's, setting a high standard. But yeah, it's easy to forget that we're, all the double sessions and all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. It's easy to forget about that when you think we should have beaten Betis, and you can't really expect the fans to fully grasp.
Buy into it, yeah. So we started off against Guiseley. We all were much excited to watch Guiseley. Anybody go? You didn't go, did you?
No.
You didn't, Mike? Did you?
Didn't
Make
get
it
a
now?
ticket now.
Just nice to see the lads back out playing, to be fair. Obviously, a 23s side. Anybody stood out for you in 23s games that we've seen so far?
That Forshaw lad looks alright, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He look young lad coming through.
He's pulling some wool, though, at under 23s, for sure, I feel. But yeah, no, all joking apart, it's very nice to see Adam Forshaw playing such a
See him on a pitch,
competitive part in pre-season, so yeah.
Considering when he was on this podcast,
We broke him, to be fair.
2.5 years ago?
Yeah.
Nearly.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't when we had him on the show, weren't he talking about getting back for one of the cup games?
Yeah.
Am I right? I think I can't remember which game it was now, but that's what we were talking about, weren't it?
Yeah.
Should be back.
Maybe I think he said maybe a month or so, but yeah. And it's been 2 years.
That's it. Oh, we've got a name for the guy who I jokingly said was riddled in the game. He's a kid called Ayrton from Kendal, crowd surfing. Don't worry, he's not Norma. That's what Michael Player says. I think that means normal, but not Norma. Anybody stood out for you, Mike, in 23s? I've been very impressed with Charlie Creswell, it goes without saying, but also I've been quite impressed with Liam McCarron.
Yeah.
And obviously Jack Jenkins, because of the 20% deal I've got with his agency. If I mention him on as many podcasts as I can, I get 20% of his appearance fee.
Well, I can't get that money for Cresswell for bigging him up, but it's the same names as last season, really. Somerville, Greenwood, Gellhart, Cresswell.
Yeah.
They're just, I mean, they've got senior experience as well. You think of Gellhart and that.
The curious case then of Crescencio Somerville.
Yeah.
Loan him out, stay in. Where do you stand on it, Mike? Who are you going for?
Is there a third option for having replaced Costa in the first team?
Mike, you've created the third option. That is the third option. So replace Costa in the first team, send him out on loan, keep him around the place to replace Costa. They've kind of merged into one. What are you going for?
Because I think Somerville's at the same level as Poveda. So
it's really difficult. I did just Joe with Joe Wayman the other day, and we discussed Crescencio Somerville. And I think the problem at the moment with him is he's got no first team experience whatsoever. He's not featured in a first team game. And if we cast our mind back to the whole Caribou Cup thingamabob a while ago, then it shows that step up's a little bit more difficult than people really take notice from. Just push that mic a bit further and do face, mate. Harry Chapman's moaning in comments.
Oh,
God, Harry. Honestly.
Yeah, he loves me, does Harry?
He does. But he's direct. He's exciting. Costa's not at the moment. spoiled for me.
Yeah, there's not much
This
left
is
to be ruined.
this is spoiling things big time.
Should be back on.
Are we back?
We appear to be back on. I think this is horrific.
Yeah.
Can anybody hear us? People are literally dropping off the stream like flies.
Yeah.
Hello? Anybody?
Are we back?
Are we back? Back now. We're back now, according to White Peacock Andy. Guys, we're ever so sorry about this. We're having a bit of a nightmare, I think, to say the least, with our new technological nightmare. Anyway, Mike, that really profound thing you talked about just a minute ago when it all cut back off.
Yeah, I matched Bielsa for how eloquent I said.
Mate, I was very impressed with the overlapping centre backs. That was a particular highlight of mine.
Chris Wilder's overlapping centre back.
Yeah. Anyway, so back to the game against Betis. Obviously, the first team out in. We've not seen Calvin yet, and we've not seen Liam Cooper now.
Exactly. A
little bit of rumours flying around on the old social media about Liam Cooper that he may be injured or some form of a potential COVID-related thing. Yeah. Obviously, not to speculate because we don't know.
You're already out with COVID. I suppose you could get tested twice and you have to isolate, I guess. But I guess Cooper's the worry because we've not seen him yet.
At all.
Yeah, Calvin, I didn't expect to see him probably until at least tomorrow against Ajax.
Yeah, you'd expect to see him against Ajax, wouldn't you? You'd hope.
Even if it's just half a game, but...
Yeah. Yeah. Are we worried, Liam Cooper? Are we worried? Like, obviously, we're worried for Liam Cooper, obviously, because we've not seen him as missing. But
I still like him in the team. Some people criticise him, but I still rate him as a Premier League defender. I really do. So, yeah, he'll be sorely missed. In pre-season, again, he gets it. He's a Leeds fan himself, so you want him in and around the squad for the scum game. And he's just a leader as well, isn't he?
So from the first team players, who stood out for you? For me, James Shackleton.
Yeah.
Jack Harrison. They're the two standouts. I think Firpo's been steady.
I like the Firpo and Harrison link.
I do.
They seem to be gelling really well so far. I think if anything from the pre-season games, that's what I'm taking.
Yeah. The goal against Betis, the first goal, sort of summed that up to a T. What we've been missing kind of from a left back
I was surprised at how good he was with his feet. He's really nimble for a tall lad.
Yeah.
The way there was a couple of times when he worked his way into the box.
He is a big lad as well.
Yeah.
We noticed that at Blackburn, that he's a big dude. So.
Yeah, very nimble, very fast. I look forward to seeing more of him because again, they were a bit rusty in that link up. You know, we played little triangles up the wing with the eights and that.
Yeah.
Dallas a little bit rusty as well. Obviously, gave the ball away, but you kind of you forgive him for that. You say, you know what, it's a busy job in the middle of the park.
Is it rustiness or is it tiredness? Because I guarantee they'll have been flogged to within an inch of their lives.
Yeah.
And that's when the sloppiness comes in a little bit if you're tired.
Yeah.
We've all played.
And no doubt they'll have done a session probably before the Betis game or before Blackburn as well.
Loughborough University is like a sporting technology complex in it, so I'd be surprised if they didn't do some academic stuff there.
A comment in the comments. There we go. Robin Koch in Calvin's place. Where do you guys stand on it? I'll be honest. Against Blackburn, I thought he was pretty tidy in places, some good raking passes and stuff like that. I think if I was to have one criticism, and it's really hard to pitch him against Calvin Phillips, who's arguably one of the best holding midfielders in the country at the moment. I just don't think he's quite as athletic as Calvin.
No.
And do you know something? I also think it's a little bit of a trick of the eye as well because he's such a big dude.
Yeah.
He looks less mobile than he actually is. But I think I was quite impressed with him. And let's be honest, you don't play for Germany at holding midfield if you're shabby, do you? So
yeah. Again, it's that kind of thing of it's his secondary role, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, he played there for Freiburg quite a bit as well.
Well, yeah. And again, you say comparing him with Phillips, it's
difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a utility role, isn't it? It's
I don't think it helps, especially in the two games where we've not really had a lot of control in the middle.
No,
it's sort of been a lot of out wide play, and we've not had anyone in the centre to sort of help him out. We were trying to play Blackburn, especially because I got to watch that sort of first hand. That we were trying to play balls that were in a way bypassing the midfield. That was sort of straight to the 10 or whoever was sort of playing, sort of coming deep for the ball from Struijk and from Llorente, which were just getting cut out.
Yeah.
And there were no one there to sort of link it at that point.
You have a physical aspect to it as well. Like he's not as stocky, or he's a bit taller, he's a bit ganglier than Phillips. So he's not maybe physically adapted for that role.
Let's be honest though, we're having a debate here: who's better, an England international or a German international? You know, we've come a long way from signing a double-barrel Matt Smith and Luke Murphy before the game against Brighton in Brian McDermott's season. So yeah, I mean, again, to give Cock a little bit of sort of slack as well. It is pre-season; they will be knackered. They will have done some serious fizz, so we'll have to see about that. We talked about Firpo already. Obviously, he's the only real new signing. Will we expect to see our new goalkeeper, Mr. Claesson, on the bench tomorrow, do we think, against Ajax? Possibly.
Does he play for the 23s?
No, he hasn't played for anybody yet.
No, but will he play for the 23s?
Well, this is the question. So today, it was announced via, I think, an Italian outlet that Caprile is due to sign a new contract. Now, straight away, that rang alarm bells to me that I thought he's going to go out on loan because... We brought this 20-year-old keeper in from Norway, who's highly rated. I don't think Leeds will want him particularly just sat on the first team bench, just waiting around. I think they'll want him to play games as well to get into the way that we play, and obviously the 23s play the same way. So I kind of see it that out on loan goes Caprile, Danny van der Heuvel and Claesson become the 23 keepers, and then the kid who we signed from Bradford, who his name eludes me at the moment, he becomes the 18s keeper. Yeah, and it kind of fits, doesn't it? Yeah, kind of fits.
I think you maybe get Claesson up for the cup games, basically everything that Casilla did last season,
but without the errors.
Well, I mean, don't want to jinx it. Touch wood without the errors.
Yeah, but it's a bit flippant too, wasn't it? That error strewn last year, but
yeah. I mean, the thing is as well with the whole keeper thing as well. We go on about we need a veteran keeper in to help coach Melier and. It's like, I don't think we do because you've got these lads that are international keepers now. Melier's definitely got, the likes of Courtois and Lloris on speed dial. If he ever needs any help, with that.
And also, let's remember, as goalkeeping coach is about 15.
Yeah.
So, he's never played at the top of the game. I think as football evolves, particularly worldwide, I think that idea of needing this veteran goalkeeper is kind of starting to ebb away ever so slightly. If you're young enough, if you're good enough, you're young enough, or whatever. If you're old enough, whatever the phrase was back in the day. Any other standouts then from the first team games that we've seen? Very hard to judge. Paddy Bamford looked a bit sharp when he scored his first goal against Betis. He took it really well.
Yeah, to say he just came on
and he hadn't played.
Yeah,
exactly.
At all. Llorente, it's hard to say because everyone was performed so amazingly at the end of the season, the last 10 games, with the second or first in the table for form. And then it's like, and reset. And
I thought Llorente were pretty good against Blackburn, if I'm honest. He made one covering tackle on Adam Armstrong where he just waited long enough to delay it, to wait to say what you were going to do. And then he tried to do the same against Betis, and the deflection looped it over Melier. But that's the way that he plays sometimes. But I personally think striking Llorente will start against them Scummers at Old Trafford first day of the season. I do.
Anyone
complement each other perfectly as well.
Anyone would have said like those two are the ones to go with.
Obviously, that's as long as Team Wolf's all right after Fekir tried to feck him up.
That's like I'm surprised. I mean, I'm not all for yellow cards and red cards in friendlies, but it's a friendly and. If you're being a dick in a friendly, you should be sent off. Regardless of what you've done.
It's a dirty challenge, to be fair, isn't it? I mean, I was at a barbecue, so I watched it back after. He had a niggle to it, didn't it?
We were saying in friendlies, if that's Sunday League, is that a red card?
Yes. Yeah. Well, maybe not in Sunday League, but...
You know what I mean, though? If a referee's looking at that and going, he's just kicked out at him, he's frustrated, ball's up in the air.
Yeah.
Next. I loved Luke Aylin's reaction as well. I love that leadership as well. Looking out for the young lads. Love that from him. Expect it from him.
Another discussion point that I'd not really considered, but I am now, and I think it's a little bit too early to judge. But John C says on YouTube, still not convinced with Rodrigo and Bamford in the same team. One or the other for me. Again, it's hard to judge based on one game, really. Betis.
Yeah, I mean Rodrigo and Rafinha, the shooting boots have been missing. I want to say, but again, you put that down to being rusty, being tired. And I'm reserving all judgment until Phillips is in the team.
Well, the thing is, we've got this availability to do that due to the fact that when we had that season where we blasted Stoke first game of season, we were abject in pre-season in that one as well, and there were a lot of questions asking, have we done enough business and all that type of stuff, and then we came out flying, and that's kind of the way that Bielsa sets it up in it. I don't think he pays a great deal of attention. I think the only thing that's made it a bit different this year is we've had a good season last year. And we're playing a marked better opponent in terms of Betis, Villarreal, Ajax, stuff like that. And I think fans, myself included, kind of expect us to step up a little bit. But let's be honest. Betis finished 6th, I think, and they've been on a bit of a British tour for some time. I think they got beat by Fat Wayne's Derby 1-0, but I don't know what kind of team they fielded, all that type of stuff. So
must have been a shit.
Yeah, it must have been a pretty.
Must have been, because Betis they look like a Europa League side, don't they? Because they are, and their attack link up was really nice. They play with a bit of character, a bit of dynamism,
a bit of avavoom.
A bit of character.
In that French,
energy,
Spanish.
Energy,
multicultural.
Needle, yeah. So I can't I'm loving Leeds all that we do. We're not a Europa League side yet, are we?
Yet. Yeah, it's not on yet. So we'll talk about transfers in a little bit, but before we get on that, we've launched some new threads. The away shirt that was leaked after the media day is now an official away shirt. What do you guys think of the away shirt? Me and Ben both sat here sporting the new home shirt with the fluorescent stripes that Mike's vehemently not buying from the other side of the table.
Yeah, I don't want it.
The non-believer over there.
I'm going to buy
Why have we got Man United's end of stock?
Yeah, that's the question. That's the only sort of... it's a pretty nice shirt, but that is the only downside that's associated with that.
Man United do not own blue. They don't own the blue. It looks more Chelsea than Man U, doesn't it?
That's even... I don't know. Well, I don't know if it is.
This is Adidas, though, isn't it? This is... We know.
Well, yeah, we wore Leicester's third kit last year, didn't we?
Yeah, exactly.
And his keeper copied many other keepers with an Adidas.
I mean...
Got win, Ben.
There's boy racers that go past him.
Just going back to the home shirt, because Michael Players has just said on YouTube it's growing on him. I'll be honest,
I like it.
I was a little bit dubious, and then my wife bought me and my son it, and I'll be honest, I actually love it. I think it is a class shirt, to be honest. It's nice and clean and crisp, and I quite like the collar now. I know I'm a right turncoat, because I said on this show, I'm not so sure, but I actually do like it.
Yeah.
I actually prefer it to the one you're wearing right now, to be honest.
You're looking at me like I should go and buy it right now.
Right now.
I'm gonna run to
Don't move, the mic will go off.
Yeah.
Just stay exactly where you are. So anyway, all Man United judgment aside, what do you make of the way?
That's nice.
I like
I'll be
it.
buying it. I'll be buying it tomorrow.
And we got a little glimpse of the Betis game of the other goalkeeping shirt as well, which is going to be orange as opposed to the blue one. The blue one's really nice, the home one. But it might be you can't buy it in short sleeve shirts for kids. It's on its side effect with goalkeeper shirt.
You could buy a long sleeve one and cut it.
Could do.
Get it tailored.
But I won't, to be honest. And I'm not going to go to the extreme of getting it tailored.
When did that happen? When did the goalkeeper shirt become a short? I remember the long sleeve. I feel old.
With pads on. Triangle pads. Yeah.
And, bloody hell, the first goalkeeper kit I bought was Casper Ankergren, red kite.
Showing your age there, Mike, because mine was John Lukic. That multicoloured one that Newcastle had as well. Pavel Cernicek won.
Little vignette here, but how did we win the league with Lukic in goal?
Because he was allowed to pick it up. Genuinely, as soon as passbacks became a thing, Lukic would dogger. Yeah. Before that, he was mint because he could just pick it up.
Yeah, fair enough.
That is exactly the reason, isn't it? That is the reason.
Fair enough, I'll take that.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I've
heard that many times.
Yeah. I'll take that.
Yeah.
And I will spread the gospel.
Spread it, mate. Yeah.
So we got promoted just because of COVID. We only won league because of passback.
Because of the passback rule. Yeah, it's just very true. So anyway, we're gonna buy a shirt, Mike. You're gonna buy a shirt, aren't you? Because you're very much rebelling against the home shirt, aren't you?
It's not that. I just I know what I like, and that's just it, really.
I quite like it, Ben.
Although you two look fantastically resplendent.
Thanks.
And
splendid. Yeah.
I know shirt sale. Apparently, it's the best-selling home shirt of all time, but I'm sure they just say.
To be fair, if they released a bin bag, that'd be the best-selling one as well. So
nobody would ever disprove.
Jonathan Brook has made a bold statement. He says Buffon and Iker Casillas started the short sleeve keeper trend. Do you know, there might be true that.
Is that because it's warm in Italy and Spain?
Possibly, yeah. That's probably more of a reason why. John C wants to know where we think we'll finish this season. I don't want to make a comment about that just yet. Let's wait till next week's pre-season show.
I'm going to go out on one here.
No, don't.
So what are we?
Don't spoil it.
3rd of August.
Go on, mate.
We're going to finish above Spurs.
Oh, yeah.
Well, to give some context to that, my son played in a tournament on Sunday and they won it. So his football team has more trophies than Spurs now. So that's a pretty safe bet, I think, to be honest. Yeah, they're in a bit of trouble. Obviously, we've seen Bailey Peacock-Farrell join Sheffield Wednesday, which is much hilarity. My phone went electric from Wednesday fans saying, what's he like, what's he like, what's he like?
Did you just reply with shit?
And I just replied with...
I mean, to be fair, he is a League One keeper.
Expect accidents. Not like a weeing himself or out, but...
I think League One...
Yeah, I mean...
If a goalkeeper's sort of like main thing wasn't catching the ball,
you'd be all right.
Yeah. And sort of really bad positioning.
I remember that first game against Wolves when he ran out, fluffed it, and then they scored in his debut. I remember thinking, he's a young lad, we'll let him get away with it. And 15 times later, I was like, nah, this kid's not for real.
Yeah,
not for real.
He's better than Felix Wiedwald.
Just,
but worse than.
Ooh, this is a strong discussion.
He's in between Casilla and Wiedwald. I think that's fair.
That's not a high
if
standard.
You take Rehubka out of the argument, who is the worst goalkeeper do we think we've seen at Ellen Road in recent times?
Honestly,
Wiedwald up there. Yeah, Wiedwald are up there.
Casilla or Wiedwald. To be fair, in the the thing about Casilla, he had a decent save percentage.
The thing is,
when he did make a howler, it was a howler.
The thing is, as well about that other guy, Wiedwald, when he first came in, I think for the first 6 games we were destroying people and nobody got near goal and everybody thought, he's all right. Yeah. Came out and kicked it a few times and then wow, it got worse after that. Yeah. The whole world worse. Anyway, that's a new topic. Yeah. Before we move on to our next one, we need to hear from one of our sponsors. Did you see Jeff Bezos fly into space the other day in what looked like a penis-shaped rocket? See that?
Dr. Evil.
You see it?
Yeah.
No.
What's your thoughts on space travel? Would you pay a couple of grand to disappear up to zero gravity?
I can see it from moon from my house. So.
Sort out what's going on down here first before you start.
Maybe they're trying to start thinking about populating other places. Because I've got some people I've got some people I'd like to send to space. To be honest.
Yeah.
Like to permanently float around there.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point I'm trying to get to is Jeff Bezos went to space in a very cleanly shaven rocket that was shaped like a penis.
Some people would be at home in a penis-shaped
rocket. In a penis-shaped rocket, yeah. I saw a funny gag on Twitter that said they've shot a penis into space.
Nice.
And Jeff Bezos' rocket looks like a penis too. It's quite funny.
Fair enough.
But anyway, the point I'm trying to get to is our friends at Manscaped. So the Lawnmower 4.0 is out now and available.
Do you reckon Jeff Bezos could pay someone to manscape him?
The thing is, it's dangerous, isn't it? If you think about it, in zero gravity, using your Manscaped, you're in bother because it'd be like pubes floating around everywhere and there's risk of ingestion and get them in your eye and stuff like that.
That's where we're going with this,
yeah. So so basically, what we're trying to get at is use your Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0
before you go to space.
Before you go to space,
yes, right.
So if you're planning a trip to space anytime soon, if you've got a spare 250 grand that you can.
Is that how much it costs to go to space?
Allegedly, yeah.
When I went Euro Millions tonight, I'm getting a brand new Roadcaster because this one's fucked. And I'm not paying.
To be honest, mate, we could probably make a better show in space.
I think I'd rather just go to Barbados.
Because we won't get this in space.
That sounds like space.
It does, yeah. That's why I've done it. Space. Yeah. Space, sorry, that's the sound of space. Anyway, the point we're trying to get to. Don't forget, you get 20% off with Manscaped. And a big shout out to our Australian listener, whose name eludes me at the moment, who sent me a picture of his receipt saying that all the way from Australia, he'd used Shaving Shut and got 20% off and free shipping all the way to Australia. And they've got a lot of time to clean the balls at the moment because they're in lockdown due to COVID again in some places in Australia.
A bit tricky as well.
Welcome to 2020.
Yeah, I know.
It's all upside down there as well, isn't it? So it'd be tricky.
Again, risk of ingestion of pubes and getting them in your eye. That's how it works,
he has to do it on his hands, on a handstand.
And also, if he's straddling bog to shave his pwabs, it's going to swing other way around, isn't it? It goes counterclockwise instead of whatever it does here. I can't really say I've paid much attention to toilet. But anyway, go check out Manscaped. Use Shaving Shut and get 20% off our friends at Manscaped. Yeah, the Lawnmower 4.0, the greatest ball trimmer available at the moment. The Weed Whacker for your extended nostrils and your ear hair. And you get free paper to shave your balls over. So there you go. Cheaper to get a Manscaped than a trip to space. It's very true, Mr. Big
Especially with 20% off.
Very true.
Yeah.
So, lads, let's move into the hot topic at the moment, transfers. So there's a bit of panic going on at the moment about transfers, I would say. There's a feeling of angst in the social media stratosphere, which again is like space. Yeah. Are we panicking? Are you panicking, Ben? Ben, are you panicking? Apart from the fact that you broke a microphone and we've only had it 6 hours.
I'm quite sort of. I guess I'm starting to feel a bit that we need to start getting something done.
We just need names at the minute, don't we? Just give us names. Just
we
something
aren't
link.
going to get a name because we don't do that anymore, do
We need Phil to just come out and say, this name is happening.
Marco Asensio.
That's not happening.
It's happening.
It's not happening.
But
More
we've
chance
been
of me
linked.
going to space.
Yes,
the problem
to shave your
is-
pubes. Yeah.
We've been linked with that many different names.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then we got sold on. So we got sold on Rodrigo De Paul. We got sold on Matthias Cunha or whatever he's called. We got sold on whoever.
Nate Hernandez. And,
Nathan
these
Hernandez.
exotic.
The thing is as well, we get used a lot, don't we? Because we're a big club with a manager a lot of people want to play for, and it's like that thing of if people say it enough times, it might happen.
Yeah.
Like Mateus Pereira. I really, really love West Brom, but I want to leave and I'd like to go to Leeds. That's basically what he's come out and said in his statement.
Or you can be like Huddersfield and really want some money for Lewis O'Brien, so you tell Alan Nixon that Leeds are in for him.
Yeah.
But they must pay 10 million or they're not, or you're not getting him.
So Stuart Charlton says on the Marco Asensio link, it won't go away. Now, I was at my son's football tournament, I had a little look and I was like, oh, hello, Marco Asensio. Then I read the article, and firstly it was formatted right to left, which blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
I struggled with that, to be honest. It says supposed to left to right, but anyway.
Is that because it was from a Middle Eastern thing?
I believe so, and it'd been translated into an English format. Yeah. But the bit where I lost faith in it was when it further down said he's seen as a backup to Adama Traore, who Leeds want to pay £30 million for. That was at the moment where I thought, more chance of going to space at that moment in time.
That's another one, the Adama Traore one. It's been around for, 2 years?
So on the lubed-up sprinter, do we want the lubed-up sprinter?
No,
I don't want him. He's poor.
May as well stick with Costa.
He's a bit of like a party piece, isn't he? Look at us, we're lubing up a player.
He might turn up.
It's a bit better Hadi Sacco. He can run.
Yeah. On to the next one then that divides a little bit of opinion, a lot of opinion to be honest. Andy O'Brien at Huddersfield.
Andy O'Brien.
No, that other one, Lewis O'Brien. Andy O'Brien used to play for Leeds.
Yeah,
he was a
defender. Did well for a couple of games and then
we signed him permanently and he was shit again. Anyway,
standard.
But Lewis O'Brien is a long lost relative. 22 years old, Huddersfield player. I'll be honest, lads. When I've seen him play against us, obviously when we were down with Weeds, with the rest of them in them other leagues that are not the Premier League, I was always quite impressed. I'll be honest. I always kind of thought he's got something about him as a decent enough player. Some big ears. You could always mistake him for FA Cup. It doesn't. I'm a little bit underwhelmed by the link.
It doesn't excite me.
It doesn't excite me, but he's a good player. I think. I know I'm gonna stick that there, but he's a good player. I like him.
I'd put it like this.
I like it. And think how many tears we could bathe in.
If we're buying players, if you're picking two players to play in, I guess whichever the 8.
Yeah.
Are you going Dallas or O'Brien?
But there's a more twist to that, isn't there? Because Dallas this year will be covered for Firpo.
He will, but Dallas at the moment is pretty much his only 8.
Yeah.
So you're going Dallas or O'Brien?
And I riddle you that and add you an Adam Forshaw as well.
In the mix,
In the mix, who could be fit.
Yeah, but he's not fit yet, so I'll go back to my question. Dallas or O'Brien?
Objection, Your Honour.
I've got a good Dallas, haven't I? Because obviously I'm biased for a start, but I don't.
See, and this is where it comes to for me that if you're buying a player who's going to be our number 8, he has to be
better than Dallas.
Yeah,
like week in, week out. We said this before. Like it's going to be a 30 million player. If we want somebody that can, be on Dallas's level consistently, it's going to be a £30 million player, and that's credit to Dallas.
But I get the feeling, and some fans will not want to hear this, but we spent 100 million last summer. I don't think we're going to get anywhere near that. We had a little chat in our WhatsApp group. We estimated about 26 million we've spent so far.
Yeah,
with Harrison and Firpo, and obviously we've got to remember as well. And again, I got actually branded as being negative on Just Joe because I was like spitting facts, I think the kids say.
Yeah.
We're still see, Mike, I'm down with the kids. This is the first time me and Mike have actually met in person. Yeah. And I can tell he's very underwhelmed.
He's just trying to win my approval. I'm 29, I'm not a kid.
Are you not down with kids? Okay, mate. So,
I'm definitely not down with kids.
But also,
if the police ask.
Yeah. Wow, this just took a really funny turn.
Matthew Bauer Bowler even says Phillips 8 if the injury pushes it, but that's where we don't want to get to. We don't want to have Phillips coming away from the 4 to play in the 8.
I mean, this is the thing.
No.
This is a good problem to have. But back to the original point, Lewis O'Brien. As a player, in isolation, not about what we've got here, would we like him in the door? As in, no, let me rephrase that. Would we appreciate why he came in the door? Not would we like him? Because I think we'd all in agreement that we wouldn't be our first pick.
Bielsa has obviously gone to scout him in person.
See, I'm not buying that because he's been to other games in Yorkshire. He went to watch Bradford.
He did go to watch Harry Wilson at that Bournemouth game as well last season.
He could have just been going to give Carlos Corberán a back and go see him, see how he's doing.
Does Bielsa do that though?
My bottle of HP sauce said he'd gone to see O'Brien.
My gut instinct says he's there on business. It's Bielsa. He's not there on a pleasure cruise.
And the furniture salesman were there as well. Andrea Laurie were there at the game as well. There was a photo with him and Marcelo at the game. So back to the original point that we all keep swerving. Lewis O'Brien comes in the door.
Nobody wants him, guys.
Get over it. Yeah, but, and here's to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Mateus Cunha, the next name linked, yeah? Or Yangel Herrera, who we got an exclusive on before and then got abused and his name's come back again. By the way, if we sign Yangel Herrera, does he take Dallas out of the team? Does he play?
Maybe so.
I've never seen him play.
Okay.
He was good for Granada against Scum, but beyond that, I don't have
what I'm trying to get at
knowledge
is
of him.
that this kind of explains why we're not too panicking about transfer deals, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I'd panic more if we paid through the nose for O'Brien.
Like
I think if we panic bought, if we should not be the team to panic buy anyone.
No.
Because then all this talk of like Orta knows what he's doing and all that stuff. I still keep the faith with that. I still think we have a roadmap.
Yeah.
I
also have a bit of a feeling, I think Ben touched on it briefly, about the Alan Nixon link. I'd love to see what he tweets, but he blocked me for liking a tweet once, I think. Yeah.
Well, basically, with Alan Nixon, he's a national journalist. He's not bothered about how true it is because he'll speak to someone who's with a club and who's at a club and they'll say, "Oh, we're after this, we're after that," or just to even try and
it's just about clicks on papers. It doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah.
It's a tricky one for me, I feel.
Are we being... Because obviously, let's all admit, we've been spoilt with Bielsa ball and the players that we're signing, Rafinha, etc. Are we being a bit snobbish because it's Lewis O'Brien and not a Spanish flamenco dancing bullfighting...
Yeah.
Yes, we are. No, there's no two ways about it. He hasn't got a flamboyant name, therefore we write him off. I'm guilty of it myself. Lewis O'Brien, no, go get Mateus Cunha. I know nothing about him. I've never seen him play. He's got neck tattoos. He's Brazilian. Get him in.
Yeah.
Going to be a player.
Yeah.
Rafinha were a player.
Rafinha was a player, but it weren't Rafinha or some kid from Brighton and Albion who's shite.
Yeah.
So that's the issue, isn't it? Anyway.
Yeah.
We shall see. We shall see.
We shall.
A name that has popped up in the comments a little bit, and I did want to touch on, is Jamie Shackleton. He's had a pretty decent pre-season, and he looks to me to be Ayling's deputy for the upcoming season at right back, and I think he's well deserving of that spot.
Yeah, I think he's good. If we're being selfish as a Leeds sort of thing, he's good to have around. He offers different options. He can come on late in the game and run at someone because he's got the legs to do that.
Yeah, he's small, nimble.
Yeah. And I think he showed that a few times last year, and a few times in Championship he'd come on and cause problems.
And he's been on our podcast, so keep him.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah, I agree. And he's only from up the road. Yeah.
If it were himself, then I guess he'd want to play more football, and if he's got an opportunity to do that, he shouldn't stand in his way. But I'd like to.
I mean, don't want to touch wood again, but when Luke Ayling's legs do start to go, how much longer can Luke Ayling play at this level, at this pace? The progressive carrying of the ball was second only to Messi in European football. It's like, it's Luke Ayling we're talking about.
Yeah, interesting.
But yeah, Shackleton, very, very good player to have there.
So some other names that have been wheedling their way out and won't seem to go away. Noah Lang, he's come back into the sort of reckoning recently due to the fact that Club Brugge have signed a winger. I'm not sure about this one.
Dragged on a bit too long.
Dragged on a bit too long, but also the question mark over his comments at that sort of You know, it leaves
anti-Semitic
comments leaves a terrible taste in the mouth. So I'm not sure on that one.
Well, it reminds me of Ben Rama when he released that PR video, and it's like if Bielsa sees that,
gone,
no chance.
Yeah,
don't matter how good you are.
Yeah, it'd be worth keeping an eye out if that does happen.
But even that position, like, it feels like we're pretty solid for wingers now
until Costa goes out.
Yeah, I mean that's it for me. I think
for like 10 pence,
we'll pay him to go. Well, we've still got. Are we still doing that $5 million a year on him?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Over the term of his contract. I think a lot of deals are structured like that, allegedly. Yeah. So. Allegedly in there.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Crowbar that in.
Allegedly. Daniel James.
Oh God, I'm bothered with this one.
Daniel James.
What for $5 million plus Rafinha?
5 million plus Costa.
Yeah.
With
to be honest, I'd probably take that
with a gold membership.
You're in. And we get a load of their shirts for next season as well.
Yeah, we get their next season's wear shirt.
Yeah.
That's a joke before people start freaking out.
Red.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
Gold and black zebra print.
Yeah.
Dazzle camo.
Could you imagine? Can you honestly imagine if we ever decided to make a red away shirt?
We went close enough last year.
Yeah, but I kind of liked the maroon one in the end because
it was classy and we got some really
and it had
good
that
wins
like
in it.
cryo type looking stuff on it, like Lego blocks. So anyway, you're detracting away from the comment about Dan James.
Just try to avoid that one.
I know you were. I know.
I don't want.
I think it happens. I'll be honest. I think it happens. I think the longer the window goes on, and the Scummers have got Sancho in. They're flirting with anybody who's got anything of a pedigree.
He's on
Europe.
right, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's like their lightning rod, isn't he? At Scum fans, they either hate him or like him, and I've heard more who hate him.
I can't wait for Sancho to flop massively. I can't wait for it.
Not like Ayling.
Written in the stars. No, not like.
I can't wait for Firpo to go through him first game of the season.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty funny.
Firpo or Phillips.
For 9 months.
I'd be honest. I've just got this feeling. Bielsa's a little bit obsessive about players, isn't he? We still fancy Ryan Kent and all by all accounts.
I'd
take that.
To be fair, Kent's more versatile. Not as quick as Dan James, but can play across the front three. Yeah.
And the thing is as well on Kent. This is totally off script. I'm not written this down anywhere.
15, 17 million gets to him.
Yeah, but also from his point of view, why does he need to stay there anymore? Like Rangers have won it.
Yeah, they're not going to do it in Europe.
Do it in Europe, so win it again. I just don't know. Like, you know, it's sellable, surely.
It's an easy thing to fall into though with Rangers and Celtic. It's that easy. Yeah, it's just like because again, everyone will always say like Tavernier as well. Oh, you can do it at Scotland, but you'll never do it. You can't. You know, it don't prove that you can do it. Yeah. So
I don't know. Again, I think James and Kent, realistically, the ones to sort of keep an eye on for an outlay money, and maybe Noah Lang as an outside.
Yeah,
an outside bet.
I think sooner the better. If we do a Dan James thing, you know. But for me,
like get him in, give him a shirt, and then decide against it at last minute. We obviously didn't. But.
Well, it's that thing of, you know, if he has another season at Man U, he becomes more of a scummer. You know what I mean? You might be able to suck the venom out. You know. Are
you offering to suck the venom out, Mike?
Not me.
The way you sold that, then I was like, oh, hello.
No, you know what I mean? Like, for me, right? None of their players get in our team.
Scummers?
Yeah, none of them for me. I think the way we play, the way, you know.
Yeah, I don't think any of them come in with the attitude correct enough to work under Bielsa, to be honest.
No, like for me, I'd have Firpo. I mean, the only one is because we've got rid of Alioski and we've no real left back. You'd have Luke Shaw. Mate,
Luke Shaw would be sat in his shed, wrapped in cling film, eating Mars bars like the bloke off Full Monty if he came to Leeds.
Yeah,
he would literally not get down to the body fat percentage required to play for Bielsa. He just wouldn't. And that's no slant at me. I think he's a fantastic player. Had good Euros, but
he couldn't do a double session.
No. Anyway, we've run off on a tangent. Yeah. So, Ryan Kent.
But you think Dan James is what percentage? Put you on spot here, sorry.
I'm 60-40, James or Kent. 60 James, 40 Kent.
Yeah.
And
if neither happen, you've to go to space and manscape yourself.
I'll have to have it grow back first because I'm a fully manscape committed, obviously.
Fair enough. And that's an endorsement.
Yeah, so you got to go buy something from Manscaped now. So yeah, it's worth an eye on. Lewis Bate made his debut against Fleetwood.
Yeah, did a Barry Douglas and gave away a penalty on his debut.
He did. It was a very dubious penalty.
Yeah,
to be honest.
It was like the
kid
guy
just falls over it,
pushed his leg backwards and then just fell over.
Yeah. So yeah, a bit harsh.
Yeah.
But he grew into the game a little bit, and I was a bit more impressed with him as the game went on.
I think he's going to be a player. He really is. I don't think you sign you from. I mean, we had the thing with Greenwood when we got him from Arsenal. Like, oh well, what are they letting him go for? Is he crock? What's that natural sort of suspicion?
Yeah.
But as we've proven with Greenwood, these cast-offs, we turn them into players. So
you've got a good point up there that I forgot to put in. Greenwood. He's been around the first team a bit in pre-season, hasn't he? And he came on against Blackburn. Obviously, didn't have time to make an impact, but are we expecting him to be in and around the 10 spot potentially?
Yeah.
Next year.
What's wrong with Gelhardt? He's not played in.
He was injured.
Rolled his ankle, according to
in training or something. Yeah.
No, in the game, wasn't it? Against,
was it in the game? Somebody.
Guys,
somebody did him.
Geisley, he had to come off against Geisley and he rolled his ankle. So
they're units, Geisley, anyway.
Oh yeah, well, it's their league, innit? It's that kind of thing. But it'd be interesting with Greenwood and Gelhardt. Because the first thing that struck me when he came on against Blackburn, Gelhardt was he looks more like a man now, as opposed to like a child. He looked big,
it's like I said
stocky.
with the first season under Bielsa. So like you look at Jack Harrison and Bamford, and most of the team back then now. Yeah. We look like we've been through the wars, looking a bit grizzled.
Yeah.
More man buns, more facial hair.
The evolution
more Premier League money and
more Premier League.
The evolution of Jack Harrison's hair has been something to behold, to be honest. From the short bit to.
I used to have a man bun, but I didn't have a Colombian girlfriend, so there you go. It doesn't always work, the man bun. You have to be a Premier League footballer.
I think
you
kind of need to stick it. Mike, stick at the man bun.
Yeah,
I think you should bring the man bun back and embrace the man bun.
I might do a Luke Ayling.
Yeah, do it.
We'll try it.
Do it. And then if we ever get nominated for an award again, which is highly unlikely after the shit show that we've just started at the beginning of this, you can get it out and pretend to play guitar. In fact, you can play guitar because you can play guitar.
Yeah.
Right, Mike, come on, grow it.
All right. That's it done.
That's it. Done. Mike's getting a man bun.
I take no convincing whatsoever. It takes no effort.
No. Bob some comments in the comments to
Please
see
do.
which player you'd like to come in, or if you'd like Mike to have a man bun. That'd be lovely.
Yeah.
If you're on YouTube now, like right now watching us, obviously I do apologise that we've had a bit of a moment before. If you saw just down here, there's literally wires everywhere because we've been trying to mend this that we haven't been able to mend, but we're hoping to mend after the show, aren't we, Ben?
Yeah.
Aren't we, Ben?
Aren't we, Ben? Technical Ben. But yeah, if you're on YouTube right now, subscribe right now.
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
Now. Go and press the bell.
It's worth it
now.
Promise.
Subscribe. You'll not miss out on anything. Because now we've got the kit and equipment that you can see here. We're going to try and do more live because it's nicer, isn't it, to be sat together and see each other in 3D and stuff.
It wasn't until it broke.
It wasn't until it broke. Ben's proper had his dock knocked off about it breaking. Harry Power's asking if there's any camel spiders. No, there were no camel spider intervention in this.
Well, I don't know. I'm tempted to take it apart. But
don't take it apart.
Yeah.
Do not take it apart. I think we
it's
could just
fine.
send it back to Roadcaster. Anyway. Michael plays, would take Kent and would love Ward Prowse, but he will be overpriced. To be honest, mate, I love my wife massively, but I would love Megan Fox, and that's about the same hope as us getting Ward Prowse as well.
I wouldn't take Ward Prowse. I
thought you were saying Megan Fox.
Well, it is one of them, and he's kind of a 10, but not an out and out.
Does he fit in our team? Does he?
No.
Does he run enough? Has he got enough foot rate? I don't think he does.
No.
But yeah, he'll go to Villa when they sell Grealish inevitably. That's what'll happen.
Grealish and Kane to City.
200 bill. That'll be it.
200 mil.
Well, Kane's still in the Bahamas at the moment, so he ain't going to train tomorrow either, unless he's flown back.
Is that a green zone thing?
I think.
Is it on the green list?
I'm not sure. Is it?
I don't know.
I don't go abroad, to be honest, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Well, they'll slap him with a 10k fine or something.
Yeah.
See, I was speaking about this to a guy at work today, and if Harry Kane, if they got to a point where they could sort of not pay Harry Kane, it's win-win for Spurs.
Yeah.
Because if they're not paying him, he's never cost them anything in terms of transfer value. So he doesn't owe them anything as such. All they've got is a player that is going to be worth 100 and whatever million.
Yeah. The thing is, he doesn't need to pull all this off. City have been very open that they want him. They've got the money to do it. You don't need to be throwing your top. You've got your move. Just turn up for training. The only person that can sort of ruin his reputation now is him. So, but Villa and Kane, I reckon they go So next season, City games will just be Grealish and Sterling on deck all the time, and Kane putting in the penalties.
Yeah. do we cleanse ourselves of our prior Jack Grealish love from the Euros? Because I became a little bit more fond of him, but do we now just go back to not liking him? You like him now?
Yeah. He's a good player.
He is a good player.
If he didn't, I think we said it before. If he didn't spend as much time on the floor, but there's sometimes that really works for him.
Yeah. Biggles White wants to know if we brought your cat. Did we bring your cat?
No. They might not have fixed this.
Definitely. Fucking thing. Anyway,
my cats are too busy killing little birds.
Yeah. No birds were in the recording of this podcast. Before we move on then and look at shit house of the week, we need to hear from another one of our sponsors, Instachip. Now, you've not heard Instachip before, but this is a gent who I know quite well and Mike knows quite well as well, who's offering windscreen chip repairs for £40 and each subsequent chip on the same screen for 10 quid. So you chip your windscreen once, he'll come and 40 quid to repair it. If you've got a couple more chips on, he'll just charge you a tenner for them chips. He does trade and fleet. He is an HGV engineer by trade, so he does trade and fleet. And again, the same rules apply. If you own many HGVs and you've got chips in your window, he'll repay first one for 40 and any subsequent chips for £10. You can contact him on 07960 521 570 or check him out on Facebook at Instamotive Limited. On Instagram at Instamotive Limited and email instamotivelimited@gmail.com. So go check Tom's business out. And our very own Mike created the logo.
I did, yeah. So he's a sound guy.
He's a top lad who lives next door to me. Go check him out on, and even if you don't want your window repairing, just follow him on these social media platforms in case you do need it. Yeah. You can get to Barnsley, Leeds, and that neck at Woods. So check.
He's trying to cover all of Yorkshire.
He is eventually hoping to cover all of Yorkshire. Andy Bentley says, "You swines, he's now craving chips."
Why is that?
Because we talked about chips.
Did we? I wasn't listening.
Insta chips.
Oh right.
Come on, man, keep up. So tomorrow we're playing Ajax all day.
These chips would be quite crunchy.
They would very. So tomorrow we're playing Ajax all day. Does anybody actually know how many times we're playing Ajax tomorrow?
Is this another one of them things like Fleetwood where I were expecting like
45 minutes?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know because
it changed to 45 minutes at one point.
Yeah,
playing two different teams.
And David Klassen come out today and put a tweet out about us playing. I'm confused, to be honest.
He said something about 2 games, which I think everyone thought we were going to play. Because then they said some times of 2:45 and 8:00. So everyone thought the first team were going to play at 2:45.
Who's their manager?
Who's
their manager? Do we know?
Ajax?
Yeah.
No.
I'll tell you.
No idea. I'm going to say.
Dick Advocat? I don't know. Gussie Dink?
Jordi Cruyff?
Pierre
Van Hooijdonk?
Ruud Gullit?
Dennis Bergkamp?
Gianni Van Bronckhorst?
Mark Van Bommel?
Hey, hold on. Gianni Van Bronckhorst. That might be him.
Is it?
Google it, Ben.
I'm not touching this.
Don't touch that. Don't touch that, actually. We'll get this.
Well, so we believe the under-23s are going to play a game against their under-23s.
Andy Bentley says it's Ten Hag who's the manager.
Right. So the under-23s play each other. First team...
Johnny Brown says it's Dirk Diggler who's the manager.
Yes, how you say Champions League, Europa League...
Fuck, Goldmember were here for a minute. I love gold!
Is that Steve McLaren, isn't it? Fucking idiot.
What a dick. Did Joey Barton do it?
He did it in French, yeah.
In between
how you say, I am racist and I punch people.
Sorry, anyway, it's Eric Ten Hag.
Ten Hag, yeah. So the under-23s play each other, the first team play each other, and then Bielsa and Ten Hag have a fight.
Who'd win?
Bielsa. And grenade.
What we need to see what Ten Hag looks like. What's Ten Hag look like? Does he look like a scrapper or... Has he got any scrapping characteristics that we need to worry about?
I doubt it.
If you was to be a sort of MMA analyst for the night and you was to describe Bielsa as a fighter, how would you describe him?
He'll dismantle you. I'm going to dissect you like an insect. The technician.
That's a good one.
He's a
the
technical
player. Chess player. Pick you apart from range.
Yeah.
I think he'd probably get in your head just like walking around edge it.
Strutting.
Octagon.
12 steps each way. And then sit on a stool.
And you'd be like, I don't know what he's going to do.
Eric Ten
Hag. So according to a few people in the comments, he looks like me, apparently.
Yeah.
Ross Kemp.
I've had many comments.
I mean, if we put Gaz in a suit.
Shit. Mate, I'll take that. He's better than Ross Kemp. He looks in shape.
He does look in shape, actually. Yeah, take it back.
Also, Lee Smith says he's not a fan of Cox Tash. Is that another Manscaped advert?
It's like a
Manscaped 20% off a shaving shoot. You can get rid of your Cox Tash. Oh god.
Yeah, it's like a 70s porn tash, isn't it, with like a flavour saver.
Flavour saver. Fucking hell.
That's what it is, isn't it? It's like a goatee, but without the middle.
Maybe you can't grow the middle bit.
I can.
I can hardly grow. I can grow a decent Sean Dyche. Just a goatee. That's it. To be honest.
Yeah.
Wow, this is okay, funny.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan. It's
not a fan of Cox Tash.
No. I like his hair. His hair's cool, but
you see, I'm digging your two's like it's like not so much Ben. It looks like a 13-year-old just trying to grow a beard, but yours, mate, a bit of stuff.
Yeah. Just not had a shave for a month.
yeah.
And cats, I've not been about to lick it off either.
Designer Jack Harrison stubble.
Yeah. Anyway, enough on a little bit of a tangent.
Welcome.
There. So anyway, we're playing me as Ajax manager, according to a lot of people. Tomorrow.
Is the under 23s coach called Nine Hag?
Good work. And then the 18's 8 Hag.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mrs. Hag. That's rough, that, isn't it? Calling you Mrs. a Hag.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've disappeared on a tangent again.
How far are Ajax off of that? The Champions League semi-final team that we saw a couple of years back.
I don't know. I'm not watching.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, how many games have they played?
People might know.
Ziyech, he was an Ajax player, wasn't he?
So he was, yeah.
And he now plays for them.
Van der Beek now sits on Man United's bench.
Yeah, he's getting splinters in his ass.
Don't know about any of them.
Didn't that keeper move somewhere?
Does Kluivert still play for him?
There's got to be a couple that were in.
No, Kluivert's gone to. Somewhere else.
Because this is the thing, if we're talking about Leeds playing opposition that we want to measure ourselves against, so we've got Europa League, and then if we've got,
So realistically, for me tomorrow, my expectations are a decent performance, loads of running, loads of energy, seeing the slick, fast passing build up, maybe not for 90 minutes, but in spells. Maybe seeing Calvin get some game time.
Definitely. He's had his 2 weeks now, hasn't he?
Maybe see a bit more link up between Rod and Pat.
Yeah.
See what I did there.
They've got a defender called Devin Wrench, who's brilliant on Football Manager.
Is there? There you go then. That's no fun.
Oh dear.
Gary McClellan went No Way to Roma. I don't know if that's the title of a movie or I'm not sure. So yeah, that's my expectations tomorrow. I'd like to see the 23s beat their 23s. Just because they've been on the other end of a few results of 23s.
Well, the dynamic as well is Ajax are a selling club. We're a buying club.
True that.
Right now. And they've got Ryan Gravenberch.
Ryan Gravenberch. Why is that name ring a bell?
Because he's been linked a few times. But maybe a bit young for us.
Yeah.
But it's someone who we should be looking for.
Oh, they've got that David Neres and all that other Brazilian kid, that winger. He's good on FIFA.
Is this friendly something to do with a transfer for him?
That'd be good. That would be good.
I feel like it would have been
Stephen Berghaus as well. He's there. The man who makes coats.
They've got Sebastian Haller, who was.
they've got that giant from West Ham.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Kluivert went to Roma.
Yeah,
that's what Gary.
Haller went and he wasn't registered in time, was he?
Oh, young Kluivert, yeah, he went to Roma.
And then randomly got a player called Kenneth Taylor. Sounds like a 1970s darts player.
I had him on Football Manager as well, but then he was bitching, so I sold him.
Oh,
Kenneth Taylor.
Taylor.
And then David Klassen, who's been around a bit. Did he go? He went to Everton, didn't he? Went to Everton, Klassen, recently.
So,
that name rings a bell. I feel like he was in Prem at some point.
He played 7 times for Everton.
Yeah, it didn't work out for him, did it? Tomorrow, Ajax in day 23s, and then the first team live on that Live Now, which I'll be honest, I watched the games on there. I've been pretty impressed with that.
Good quality.
With the quality, it's been
better
than LUTV and this shambles of shite that we've tried to create today. Promise it'll be better next week.
It will.
Maybe. So moving on to one of our other favourite segments is Shithouse of the Week. A bit thin on the ground this week. Not many people have annoyed me apart from Roadcaster.
Hold on.
Oh no.
Shithouse of the Week.
At least that's worked, isn't it? At least that's worked.
Yeah.
How many people are going to actually listen to this as a podcast when the first 15 minutes are just pure shite?
You see, I'm going to cut it down.
I am it. I like that.
I like it, yeah.
I like that. That's why you're technical, Ben. Anyway, so shouts of the week. I've got 2 nominations, lads. I've got COVID-19.
I'm going to guess which one of them is.
I've got COVID-19 because it just continues to ruin people's lives with the world around. And also Harry Kane. Harry Kane's in there as well.
You've
got
missed...
Harry Kane and shouts of the week.
Okay.
Who you got, Mike?
Nabil Fekir.
Oh, yeah. It was what I was saying.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just didn't add him to the list, yeah. Nabil Fekir as well for being a dirty...
Aggressive little wanker.
Yeah.
Swine.
Yeah. I was so up in Luke Ayling and going to stick nut on him or something. Like, the other way he picked the ball up and marched up to him.
Do you know what it reminded me of? Rocky IV, when Apollo Creed's treating us shouting from the corner, "It's meant to be an exhibition!" As Dolph Lundgren pummels Apollo Creed to death.
You remember the kickboxer films?
I do, when he's a
the
volley
first
walk.
one.
Kung Po.
And he just gets him against the ropes and just keeps paralysing
him. Yeah.
I thought it was more like that. I was getting flashbacks to that.
Yeah.
Traumatised me as a kid, that film.
Did it?
Never been allowed to watch it.
No, you shouldn't. Did you? What one of them like sneaky watchers?
Yeah.
Sneaky
Let's put it that
watch.
way.
Yeah. Harry Power wants Nabil Fekir. He kicks Strick and then spits at him. I missed the spitting bit. Anybody else see the spitting bit?
I did see a clip where somebody had shown frames of it, and you do see like a little bit of white.
Right,
spit-like
literally
substance.
Strike's a giant, and he looks like Teen Wolf. I'd have been in the changing room trying to pull his gullet out if he'd have spat at me.
Oh yeah,
I don't like spitting; it's disgusting, especially in COVID.
But if you don't catch it like that, and it's on,
it's on you.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's a
disgusting
disgusting.
We called it out when Saiz.
Disgusting.
Well. Even if it's elite, like just it's disgusting.
So we'll add him for that. I didn't realise he'd done that, so we'll add him for that. I thought it was being dirty shit. So who do we think should win it? COVID-19, Harry Kane for doing that, or Nabil Fekir for GBH on Strike?
With Harry Kane as well, him pissing off Daniel Levy.
It's quite good.
It's good. It's a victimless crime what Harry Kane's doing for me, because I don't give a shit about Spurs. They're $1 billion in debt.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's quite funny, isn't it?
It is funny.
It is funny because it's not happening to us.
House of Cards, isn't it? It's like it's the same if, I don't know, Cavani didn't turn up for scum training.
That'd also be hilarious.
It's that kind of thing. Like, I don't want to say Spurs are our rivals. I think we should be surpassing them this season.
To be honest, what surprised me about Cavani is that he didn't just retire after the Shrek 1 episode when he was playing that small guy, Lord Farquaad. He could have probably just retired off that. Didn't even need to play for Scummers.
I just hate everything about him. That business model. Oh, we'll buy the fans back.
Yeah.
Oh, Glazer's out. You never back us. And then, we'll buy Sancho. Do you like us again now?
And we'll buy Varane as well.
Yeah.
Because he's a brilliant player. We need him.
And they're still what we know because they've got a PE teacher as the manager.
Exactly.
But the PE teacher's getting a new contract, which is hilarious.
Even better.
It's just a lifetime contract. Anyway, are we getting to Nabil Fekir then for his petulance and injuring of our...
if Stroud turns out...
Amazing Dutch bastard that we've got.
Don't be breaking another match.
For fuck's sake, mate. We've already broken
it. It's fine. If Stroud turns out to be injured, limping, anything lasting into this Ajax game, then...
Yeah. If you've seen Pascal knocking about anywhere, let us know what his mobility was like, if you would. That'd be great. Yeah. Lads, that brings us to an end of a pretty eventful show, to say the least.
We got an hour out of it.
We got an hour out of it. The first 15 minutes are pretty much written off, to be fair. We've learnt the lesson. I've got
an idea of what might fix it.
If it's not throwing it at the wall, then that's an issue.
We'll see.
Mark Ride makes a point, and I did miss this because in the melee of the nightmare at the beginning, a nod to Terry Cooper, who was passed away this week. Yeah, obviously well before my time. So I can look at his statistics and things like that and appreciate what he did for the club. And
he were incredible.
Yeah,
I mean, back when I had my old Leeds page, I did a load of... It's kind of scary now looking back, because I did a load of like legend tribute videos. They're all still live on YouTube. All Leeds legend series I did. And it's just as high quality clips as I could, just putting together montages of this, the Revy squad and a bit before as well. Before the golden years with Johansson and that. But there's a clip on there of Terry Cooper, just incredible player, fast. Even back in them days when the pitches were just a bog, he'd just glide across, and he scored a few goals as well. Not tap-ins either. Obviously scored the goal that won us our first major honour in the League Cup. So just really sad times.
I think there's quite a touching video as well of him and Norman Hunter at the centenary event when I don't think Norman particularly recognised him. And then the penny dropped and they had a loving embrace and stuff. And it's really sad. I feel bad for Eddie Gray. Jesus Christ. He's literally seen so many of his friends sort of, disappear, for want of a better word.
But it's about them passing into history books as well. And like, I know we go on about the modern game created this attacking fullback, but you look back then, 1975 in European Cup, he was as attacking as any fullback you'll see nowadays. And incredibly humble as well. They all were. He was this. I remember I used the audio from it. He said, when he'd gone from Leeds to Middlesbrough after, and he'd said, I used to play with, they couldn't mark all 11 of us. If they doubled up on one, it freed up another. And then he went to Middlesbrough, he was making the same runs and same passes and never saw the ball. Yeah. Because he just didn't have that quality. It's just another sad loss for Leeds family, isn't it?
Yeah, so, sending our love to his family and friends at this very sad time. So that brings us to an end of episode 54, sorry. And I do genuinely, hand on heart, apologise for the technical issues we had at the beginning. Beyond our control. No idea why suddenly now we've got 2 mics at work and one that does this. So, a bit of a nightmare. Promise we will cure the issues for next week, where, sadly, for those who watch live, it may be a pre-recorded event, purely because I'm away on my holidays with my family. Ben may be missing as well, so we may have to get us together, get the band together with Raggy, who's missing this week due to work, and pre-record something, and we'll put it out, assuming that this stops happening. Big thanks. Big massive thanks to everybody who did stick with us despite having to come on a full half an hour late with lots of technical issues, and the first bit of the show was pretty poor because I was a little bit discombobulated from the nightmare. So big thanks. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's where we're going to be hosting from now on in. And encourage Mike to buy the home shirt. So that's it. I'll see you there.
See you there.